the articles of faith, articles of Iman, the constituents of the doctrine of Iman in Islam. The very first one is God, that is to say, belief in God. The Arabic word for that is Allah. Someone asked a question the other day about the origin or etymology of the word Allah. Arabic is a Semitic language, and the word Allah comes from a Proto-Semitic root El, E-L, which means God generically in Semitic languages. So Israel, Yisrael, you have E-L at the end. And Israel, as we know from the Bible, is called the champion of God, as we are told in the Bible. He wrestled with God or with the angel of the Lord. There's a difference of opinion, and he was victorious. So E-L means God. Likewise, Gabriel, Michael, all these have E-L at the end. The reference is to God. Beth-El, church Beth-El, Beth meaning house, El meaning God, house of God. So E-L is the Proto-Semitic root, and the word Allah comes from that, same as in Elohim, which is a Hebrew plural. I-M is the Hebrew plural suffix. It's used for God, although I should point out that from a Jewish standpoint, God is not a plurality. It's called the royal we, the we of majesty. You use a we to indicate, as a king would say, we award you this piece of land. The king is one, but the plural shows the status, the elevated status, the grandeur, the majesty. Also, if you are an Arab Jew, and there are Arab Jews, if you are a Christian Jew, and there are Christian Jews, and you know Arabic, and that's the only language you speak, you will be calling upon Allah, because that is the name of God in Arabic, and that's the name you would be using. And there's an Arabic Bible, by the way, and in that Bible, this is the word used for God throughout. So this is not a quaint, outlandish word. It belongs very much in the Western tradition, understood in its larger context. A distinction is made between the being of God and the attributes of God. Being of God simply is God exists, and his existence cannot be denied. But then God has a number of attributes. He is he wills, he is just, he is merciful, he takes vengeance, he controls history, and so on. There's a host of such attributes, and usually it's said that there are 99 names of God. Outside the teacher's lounge over there, you will see a chart when you go in next to the right side, and it says 99 names of God. And that is the attributes of God. And Muslims call upon God by referring to those attributes. O Majid, the one who is glorious, noble. O Hamid, one who is deserving of praise, and so on. So these are the 99 attributes of God. One thing that needs to be stressed is that these attributes belong to God all at the same time. Integrality of attributes. I think an example will illustrate this best. Two examples. The first one is a verse from the Quran, which occurs frequently. I didn't give it a number. It occurs quite often. Indeed, God is mighty, wise. Aziz, Hakim in Arabic. Now, you see that I did not use the conjunction and, simply a comma. This is known as a syndeton in rhetoric. Syn is connection. A syndeton, the prefix a in Greek, is known as the alpha privative. That is to say, the first letter of the alphabet that deprives, privative from privation, deprivation. This prefix deprives the word of its meaning. So if theist means one who believes in God, and atheist would be one who does not believe in God. If you say, our organization is political, another person might say, well, my organization is apolitical, non-political. That's the word in atom too, that which is not divisible. So a syndeton has rhetorical value. When Julius Caesar said, on arriving at a certain point, place and conquering it without any difficulty, he said, Veni, vidi, vici. V, the Latin V to be pronounced as W. So, Veni, vidi, vici. I arrived from venue, where you arrive. Vidi is like video, you see. And vici is from vanquish or victor. So he said, I arrived, I saw, I conquered. He did not say, I arrived, and then after some time I saw, noticed, and then later on, when I got up in the morning, I led my troops and I conquered the land. I came, I saw, I conquered, as if these three acts are three seamless parts of one single act. So through a syndeton, then you negate any idea of temporality, no time passed. So he conquered those lands the moment he arrived, immediately. No differentiation between the three acts. Likewise, in the case of mighty, wise, and many, many other attributes that I mentioned in the Quran, like this. This means mighty, comma, wise, that God is mighty and wise at the same time, first of all. It's not that he is mighty in the morning and he does things which are not becoming of his wisdom, and later on in the evening he is wise, and then he reflects on what he did when he was mighty. He is mighty and he uses his might together with his wisdom. He does not do anything that is unbecoming of his wisdom.